Hey everybody, John the Other here. Obviously, I have been kicking around for a couple of days the idea of doing a video addressing just comments and commenters and some comment policies. Now what I did right before recording this was I went into my channel settings and I unbanned everybody who I'd banned over the past 5 years. There was only like a dozen usernames and quite a few of those were repeats, people who'd been banned and then they just came back with another name and I went, yeah, it's you again. Click! So all those people are unbanned. Now there has been a policy on my channel for a very long time that anybody who advocated violence or suggested violence as a positive solution to any kind of a problem, that ban, good, get the fuck out. But I've thought a little bit about the policy of banning people advocating violence, and the problem with that, aside from that you give people ammunition to go, oh, you're censoring, is that in removing somebody from the discussion who is advocating violence, you are hiding their advocation of violence. You're in fact inadvertently offering them like cover. You're covering up their misbehavior, and I don't believe in doing that. I think if you are so disgusting as to call for violence against people, then that should have a spotlight shone on it rather than having somebody cover that up for you. But what really precipitated this discussion today is a commenter who said, asked a bunch of actually quite moronic rhetorical questions, but one which I'm going to actually address. Included in their comment was, why can't men be civilized? This is a hilarious question. It actually ties into the idea that women civilize men, which is a myth. It's one of the standard, accepted, and often just unspoken myths of our society. There's this idea that women civilize men. Well, this is backwards. Women don't civilize men, it's the other way around. We'll get to why that is in a minute, but let's look at the comment. This person says, why can't men be civilized on my channel, on my video, but they've got their channel settings set up so that I can't respond. So they're asking a really obnoxiously offensive question in the comments thread of my video, imputing that my identity, because I'm male, means I'm uncivilized, that I can't be civilized. And they're asking this with the ability for me to respond directly to them disabled. Now I can just post another comment you know, on that thread and put their name in it so that they can see it, but I can't, there is no option to go reply to this user because they've disabled that. And they're asking, why can't I be civilized? Now, it happens that the thumbnail that they've got as their, you know, their little thumbnail of their face attached to their comment demonstrates that they're of somewhat swarthy, dark-skinned complexion. It would be safe to say, whoever this is, they're black, right? Imagine if they had a channel, or somebody else had a channel, that was specifically a channel addressing black civil rights. And I, a white guy, go on that channel, and I ask the question, why can't blacks be civilized? Not just asking that of a user who was ethnically black, but a channel specifically devoted to black civil rights, and then I go in there and I go, why can't blacks be civilized? Well, that would be kind of like over-the-top offensive. It would be completely outrage bait if I were to do such a thing, or if any other, you know, visibly white user were to do that. Imagine then, in addition to doing something as stupidly outrage baiting as that, I did it with my channel settings so that they couldn't directly respond. So I'm asking this outrage bait question on a black civil rights channel, why can't blacks be civilized? And I said it so that they can't actually directly respond. Who's the civilized one here? I think it's safe to say it's me. But, now, I am going to argue that the myth that women civilize men is completely backwards. It is a backwards and upside down myth. All of the stuff that we think of as sort of what makes the modern civilized world, movable type, a printing press, the TCP stack which allows all this communications, the infrastructure of hydroelectric hydroelectric power generation and cables to take it to all of our houses, paved roads, refrigerated food, a system of laws that protects everybody more or less equally, except as it's being corrupted by influence of feminism. All of this is the invention of men. Men are the civilizing influence in society. The idea that women civilize men is backwards. And this is further demonstrated by the fact that the feminist enterprise, the woman advocating enterprise, now in its present evolution, has a number of public, personas emerging out of that movement, advocating for the mass slaughter, the mass murder of the male half of the population. We also have a senior academic and legal scholar in Canada who published the book advocating the legalization of murder by men, of men by their wives or their girlfriends. So, the female advocating social movement that is basically the driving force in our society today is a murder advocating movement. Women civilize men? No, 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 you have it backwards. The laws prohibiting murder, the laws prohibiting rape, the legal structure in our society that allows for redress of grievance without vendetta of a rock on the skull, that is a male construct. Men are the civilizing influence, as is evidenced by this particularly egregious and ignorant bigot who recently commented on my video. I could ramble on and on and on, but I'm going to keep this video short. Thanks very much for watching. Have a lovely day.